Good evening and welcome to NACTV Bigger Bingo for Wednesday, June 26, 2024, broadcasting live from Nipawin, Manitoba. Before we get started playing our bingo, here are our rules. Our license number is LGCA 6052 MBI 35606. First rule, one ball will be drawn at the beginning of this session. This ball will be the tuning number for Game 3, the blackout and 52 numbers. Number 2. When bingo is declared on more than one number, only those who declared bingo in the earliest number called will be declared winners and eligible to win the prize. Number 3. Each bingo game will be closed when bingo has been declared and verified by calling the number displayed on the screen, and the phone lines are open to receive calls, and has been announced 3 times that the phone lines are open to receive calls. And at least one phone line has been available for calls for 2.5 minutes, and the game is declared closed. No further calls will be accepted with regards to that closed bingo game. Number 4, prize money is split evenly among multiple winners with a minimum payout of $25. Number 5, final win confirmation occurs when the winners submit their date stamp sheet containing the winning card to NACTV. Number 6, in the event of transmitting or telephone problems which prevent continuation of play prior to the event start or at any time during the event's duration, the game will be rescheduled or resumed on the next Wednesday night. Players will keep their cards for the following Wednesday and they will be accepted. Check the NACTV.tv website or call the office for confirmation of the games to be played. Number 7. Game 1 is played to a blackout on the gold cards. Jackpot in 50 numbers or less is a minimum of $1,000. After 50 numbers, Game 1 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 8. Games 2 and 3 are played on the colored cards, and tonight it's pink. Game 2, the X game, has a prize amount of $150. Game 3, which continues from Game 2, is a blackout. Jackpot in 52 numbers or less is a minimum of $500. After 52 numbers, Game 3 continues to a blackout for a $100 consolation prize. Number 9. If Game 3 is won with the tuning ball number drawn at the beginning of the session, the winner will receive the accumulated tuning pot plus the blackout or consolation prize, whichever one they bingoed on. And number 10, jackpots for games 1 and 3 accumulate by 50 cents per package sold. When a jackpot's won, the pot will increase from the minimum amount when accumulated sales reach that value from 0. Number 11, tuning pot accumulates by $1 per package sold. When it is won, it starts at 0. 12, prizes must be claimed in checks cashed within 6 months from the bingo play date. And number 13, a list of the bingo numbers called can be obtained from the NACTV office. Okay, let's find out what our tuning number is tonight. Okay, tonight's our 073 is our tuning number. We're not playing this number. Do not cover this number yet. I haven't called it. It's going to go back in the hopper. It's for our tuning pot 073, and for game 3, if it's still there and you wouldn't on it, you will receive $8,871. Okay, getting started on our gold colored cards now with the next ball. Looking for a blackout in 50 numbers or less, the prize is $19,096. First number out on those gold colored cards is under the G47. G47. Under the G54, G54. Under the I16, I16. G55. Under the N38, N38. 070, 070. Under the I-24, I-24. Under the N39, N39. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the 066, 066. Under the 073, 073. Under the B5, B5. Under the B9, B9. Under the I-18, I-18. Under the G56, G56. Under the 061, 061. Under the 062, 062. Under the 069, 069. Under the B1, B1. Under the G46, G46. Under the N32, N32. Under the G60, G60. the B14, B14. Under the G59, G59. Under the I-27, I-27. Under the N41, N41. Under the G57, G57. Under the I-25, I-25. Under the N40, N40. Under the I-29, I-29. Under the I-26, I-26. Under the I-17, I-17. Under the G58, G58. Under the B4, B4. Under the O74, O74. Under the I-20, I-20. Under the I-21, I-21. Under the N45, N45. Under the O63, O63. the 068, 068. Under the N36, N36. Under the 065, 065. Under the N44, N44. Under the G52, G52. Under the 064, 064. Under the B10, B10. Under the I-30, I-30. Under the G50, G50. Under the 071, 071. Under the N33, N33. That is your 50th number, so we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes, see if anybody calls in and wins the jackpot of $19,096. Call in at 204-476-2639. And we have birthday greetings today. For tonight, anyways. It's not actually for today, but here we go. Listen. Happy birthday to Diane Miker, who turns 58 on Sunday, June 30th. Happy birthday, Diane. I hope you have a nice one and the weather is nice. Okay, and the community announcement. Evergreen Environmental Technologies, which is where you can take stuff and dump it there for garbage or recycling. It's halfway between Nipo and Minnedosa. It's open Monday to Friday 8 to 4 and Saturday 8 to 3. So it's for our area. They'll be closed July 1st, so they'll be closed on Monday, the Canada Day. Our bingo packages are now available at the Brandon Superstore Lottery Kiosk. So again, the bingo packages are now available in Brandon at the Superstore Lottery Kiosk. Of course, we also have bingo packages available for sale at Harris Pharmacy, Nipawin Legion, Touchwood Park, and for residents at Kinsman Courts 2, and of course here at NACTV. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to the consolation round. Still looking for a blackout on those gold colored cards. The jackpot is now $100. And your next number out is under the B12. B12. Under the B6, B6. Under the N35, N35. Under the N37, N37. Under the I-23, I-23. Under the O72, O72. Under the N34, N34. Under the O75, O75. Under the O67, O67. Under the N42, N42. Under the B15, B15. Under the I-28, I-28. Under the B8, B8. Under the G49, G49. Under the G51, G51. 31, N31. All the O's have been called, so all the O's should be covered. Under the N43, N43. All the N's have been called. All the N's should be covered now. And we have a caller, so we will not be calling that number in the hoop, and it is not a valid number at this point. We do have a phone line open to receive your calls. $30.79. Okay, bingo on N43, so we'll accept that and see what the other line, what they bingoed on for the other person. So right now it's N43 is our valid number.
No, it was the next one you called. Already?
Okay, we have one phone line open to receive your calls. N43 is good so far. It is a valid bingo. We will be moving on to our pink colored cards after this game. And our first game will be the letter X for a prize of $150. Game 3, which is a continuation from game 2 on the same pink colored cards. You want to cover everything that's called when I start calling again on those pink colored cards. The blackout on 52 numbers is a jackpot of $9,353. And our tuning pot, if you bingo on 073 in game 3, either on in 52 numbers or after 52 numbers, it doesn't matter. But if you bingo on it and you're the winner, you get $8,871. And we sold 100 packages last week. Somebody was calling in, but they seem to have stopped.
7865.
Oh, 7865. Because she answered the phone, that's why. Okay, B7 is in the hoop, so it's not valid. B7 is in the hoop and hasn't been called yet. B7 in the hoop hasn't been called, so our last number called was N43. So N43 was earlier than B7. Even if I had called B7, the person bingoing on N43 would get it. Okay, so we have both phone lines now open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. And a valid winning number right now is on N43. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. For the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed. And we'll move on to game 2 on the pink colored cards. And the winner on the Bonanza Consolation was Rosine Fouliard of Brandon, purchasing the cards at the Brandon Superstore Lottery Kiosk. Congratulations to Rosine. Okay, on to game 2 for the pink colored cards. Looking for the letter X. It's $150 for a prize. Your first number out is under the B10. B10. Under the B7, B7. Under the G52, G52. Under the N38, N38. Under the O69, O69. Under the B13, B13. Under the I-24, I-24. Under the N43, N43. Under the G58, G58. Under the N36, N36. Under the O68, O68. Under the O70, O70. Under the G51, G51. Under the B11, B11. Under the B9, B9. Under the N41, N41. Under the N39, N39. Under the G53, G53. Under the O61, O61. Under the G55, G55. Under the O72, O72. Under the O75, O75. Under the N44, N44. Under the B6, B6. Under the I-22, I-22. Under the N33, N33. Under the G46, G46. Under the N31, N31. Under the G57, G57. Under the I-27, I-27. Under the B3, B3. Under the G48, G48. Under the O65, O65. Under the O67, O67. Under the I-19, I-19. under the B15, B15. And we have a caller for the letter X. So we'll pause here for 2.5 minutes. And we have another caller.
Five one six zero.
5160. And the number bingoed on
I-19.
one number back. Okay, valid bingo on I-19, one number back. Valid bingo on I-19, one number back. Or actually, it should be. Let me see. Was the last number I called? Nope. It would be one number back.
Okay, we have bingo on the number just before that.
So valid bingo on I-19,
Okay?
one number back.
Okay, got it.
And we do have one phone line open to receive your calls. So game 3 will be on these same paint colored cards. And somebody else is calling in, so we'll pause the time. On 067,
That's one number before I-19.
one number before the I-19. She has no I-19. Okay, so we got 067. So now we've got two numbers back for the valid bingo. So the I-19 is no longer the valid bingo because it was called after the 067. So now we have somebody that called in on 067. So we accept the earliest number called, and that would be 067.
No.
So 067 is the valid bingo.
Yeah, good.
Not the one that's
Right.
flashing, not the I-19, but the 067.
Sorry.
It's very disappointing when you find out somebody beat you but called in later. Okay, we do have one phone line open for your calls. Remember, we're not that number, not the I-19, but the 067 or something earlier would give you possibility of winning. Okay, both phone lines are now open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. And we have about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So let's see. 073 is our tuning number and has not been called, so it's still in play. It's out there somewhere. There's a chance of bingoing on 073 at this point. Our tuning pot is at $8,871, and we sold 100 packages last week. And to put it into perspective, the person that won the Superstore for this week, we only actually sold one package last week from the Superstore location at this point in time. I don't know how many we'll have sold for tonight's game, but Harris Pharmacy gets the most number of packages. I give them 60. I give NACTV about 28. The Legion gets 8. Kidsman Course gets 25. Did I miss somebody? Let's see. I don't think so. And then the Brandon Superstore kiosk gets some. Lottery kiosk. Okay, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. And for the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare the letter X game closed. And we'll go on to that next game shortly, right after I tell you who won the Big X, and that was Margaret Hazelwood of Nipwa, purchasing the cards at the station here. Congratulations to Margaret. Okay, we'll just change that pot value because that's now at 9,353. Looking for a blackout in 52 numbers worth $9,353 on those pink colored cards. The next number out is under the B1. B1. Under the G49, G49. Under the G60, G60. Under the B5, B5. Under the O71, O71. Under the I30, I30. Under the G47, G47. Under the B2, B2. Under the O64, O64. Under the N40, N40. Under the B8, B8. Under the N35, N35. Under the I16, I16. Under the I28, I28. Under the N32, N32. under the N42. N42. And that is your 50-second number, so pause here for 2.5 minutes and let you know that that tuning number is still in play. So it's getting more promising that somebody may actually bingo on it tonight. And if you do, if you bingo on 073, the tuning pot is worth $8,871 plus $1 from however many packages we sold for tonight's game. And if you do win, you wouldn't be picking up your check until Friday at the earliest. Okay, we do have a couple of options in town for meals if you don't want to cook yourself. We have the community meal program, which is a hot meal. It's available Tuesday to Friday for $11. You can pick up at the Yellow Hen Manor Kitchen. You need to call Vicky or George at 204-476-5218 to order, and you can order for the whole month if you want, or a week, or just that day, Tuesday to Friday. And then Kinsman Courts 2 has freezer meals. Their meals are cooked and they're stored frozen, so all you do is heat and serve. They have a couple of gluten-free options, and they range from $10 to $12. And their phone number is 204-476-3161. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Another 25 seconds. For the third and final time, the phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any calls, I declare this game closed, and we'll move on to the consolation round for $100, plus that tuning number is still in play. And your next number is under the 066. 066. Under the G50, G50. Under the G56, G56. Under the N34, N34. Under the I-26, I-26. Under the 073, 073, and that's our tuning number. Under the 062, 062. under the I-17. I-17. And we have a caller. We'll find out whether it's the I-17 or whether they went back a number to 073. I-17. So close to the tuning number, though they didn't even have a 73, so they couldn't have won on the tuning number. Okay, so we have a valid bingo on I-17. And we have one phone line open to receive your calls. And let's, somebody else is calling in. So we'll pause the time. We'll find out more about them later. What am I looking for? What's on our NACTV? The hymns at Kidsman Court 1 is new. Oh, the Filipino Heritage Opening Ceremony is on again this week. We have basketball, Blue Hills Fiber Festival, I might have announced that last week. School inclusivity in the classroom. Okay, we have both phone lines open to receive your calls. Both phone lines are open. We have council debrief, we have Nipawet Town Council, we have Harry's Classic Theatre, Kids Story Time, which are Prairie Tales, some Cross Canada Community News, the RM of Rosedale Council meeting, Learning Filipino, Touchwood Park and Arts Forward fundraiser, Park Lake reconstruction tour. That would have been an older one for sure, because it's got water in there already and it's pretty much finished being reconstructed now. That was our the dam in Nipawet gave out in, what year was it? Do you remember? I forget what year it was. Wasn't that long ago? 2020? Maybe 2020 on July 1st. What? Maybe 21? 20 or 21, we think that it was the year that the dam gave out, and it was on July 1st. So a bunch of water flooded out, and Park Lake was no more. It was not a lake, it was now a river. But it's been reconstructed and now a lake again. Okay. Both phone lines are open to receive your calls. For the third and final time, both phone lines are open to receive your calls. Not hearing any further calls, I declare this game closed. And that wraps it up tonight. And thank you all for playing along. And let's find out who won our Blackout Consolation. It was Marion Robluck of Nipawet purchasing the cars at NACTV. Okay, recapping for tonight's games. Our Bonanza Consolation was won by Rosine Fouliard of Brandon, purchasing the cards at the Brandon Superstore Lottery Kiosk location. The Big X was won by Margaret Hazelwood of Nipawet, purchasing the cards at NACTV. And the Blackout Consolation was won by Marion Robluck at Nipawet, purchasing the cards at NACTV. Congratulations to all our winners. You can pick your checks up after 11 o'clock, after 1 o'clock tomorrow, or you can mail them in. Thank you all for playing tonight, and hope to see you next Wednesday. Have a great long weekend.